Hello. Oh my god, it's already been 15 minutes. That is a pretty long intro for someone who is there 4 hours late, 4.5 almost. But I have arrived and I didn't cancel the stream, so I guess that is something. Sorry for being late. So, what have I done today? I released the outro song on YouTube as a standalone music video, although I didn't do any animation stuff, but it is available for people who like it, and you can basically loop it and listen to it if you want. Then before the stream I did some more stuff. I changed some of the chat overlay, which now looks, oops, add windows, add all this stuff with stuff. Yeah, where did I want to go? Here. So let me check test chat on all platforms. Is 1, 2, and 3. So we are live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. And as you can see, it is now better to read, and it's more in the corner, and I think it is also a little bit bigger and more compact, so we should now be able to have a bit of a better chat experience. And I also set up my second screen in a way that I can always see chat, because yesterday I did miss some chat messages because I was doing stuff on the second monitor and couldn't see chat, but now I have no excuses, so you can hold me accountable. Sim Genshi, hello, I see your chat message. It is already working. Welcome, welcome. So, what else did I do? Right, I also added alerts for the other platforms, because so far we only had Twitch alerts for followers and stuff, and now we have all the alerts for all the platforms. I'm not sure if the YouTube alerts are working, but I think they should. So anything that happens on any platform, we will see it and hear it here. Okay, so yeah, so I wasn't lazy, but I am late, so let's get right into it. Let me get back to my corner. Oop. Yeah, and then I will explain to the new viewers what we have done so far and what we are doing in general. So, we are making a game about players making a game. Wait, I need to disable the arrow stuff. Where is it? No. Count it on because it is currently not working. So, and I hope you can see. Alright, we have this little start menu for quitting the game and playing the game. And the quote-unquote game that we currently have is just a button that makes the number go up, and a win button to win the game. So whenever you finish a run as a player, you can submit whatever you want me to develop on the next update, which means there are some guidelines that you need to follow. But yeah, it is nothing scary. You just need to make sure that your submission makes sense and is not stupid and not breaking any guidelines like hate speech, stuff like that. So we do not want that. And then you can type your stuff here, and also no special characters or, you know, bad language. And then you can suggest something like add enemies, because there are currently no enemies. And then submit your stuff, and we have this little legal pop-up as well that just makes sure that you are accepting that your idea will be used in the game, because otherwise we will get into legal trouble for copyright. And when you accept, all of this will be sent to the leaderboard, and if your suggestion is on top of the leaderboard, either by score or community upvotes or likes, then we will use it to implement your suggestion into the next update of this game that might be a game in the future. That is why it is called Is This a Game Yet? Alright, I hope you got that so far. Feel like I was a bit verbose here. Right, so yesterday we tried to implement, actually we successfully implemented Epic online services for the Leaderboard backend, but after struggling a while to figure out how it works, we came to the realization that actually we cannot submit any strings from the user to the backend of Epic. Actually, we can submit strings, but they are private data for the player, which means only the player can access them, which means we cannot display them on the leaderboard, which means we cannot use Epic Online Services, which also means that we had to scrap everything we've done so far yesterday and start from scratch with a new database, which is Supabase. We are using the plugin by Phoenix, the Supabase plugin, which can be used to edit into Godot, and this we will use to set up a database, and we already started with this, which I can show you if I can find it. Let's see, what can I show? I think I can show all of this. 1 second. Yeah, let's put this here. Alright. So, as you can see, we have this little Supabase project here for our game. And Supabase is a free serverless database, which means we can use it up to a certain limit. Which is very nice, because we will probably not exceed that limit, given that we are just starting and no one knows us yet. So we can use this completely for free to set up some tables. And you can see here we have already set up a player data table, which I think we need to make some adjustments to this. We probably want both 2 tables, but I will get into detail later. Currently we have set it up with a player ID, a timestamp, the high score that will be submitted, the design directive, which will be the user player submission that they can choose themselves, and a likes field that goes up if people click it. And we have set up some policies, although I played around with this a little bit and have to change it as well. But basically, this policy makes sure that only authenticated users can insert data, and only if they are inserting into rows that match their own ID. So we make sure that people can only insert data for themselves and not for other people. And the other policy makes sure that everyone who is authenticated can read all of the data, so we can display the entire leaderboard, because obviously people need to see other players' scores and submissions. Alright, and unfortunately there was something that I did not set last time, which was, I think, authentication sign-in providers. There's a field here, allow anonymous sign-ins, which we want to use because we don't want people to have to log in, and that I did not have enabled. However, it seems that even if this is enabled, we still run into an error when we try to use this, which is very unfortunate. Why is this not working? I just wanted to put this back into the other browser. Okay, now not. Yeah, so, which you can see here, this was our authentication logic that we took straight from the GitHub of the plugin, which just awaits the anonymous sign-in here. Let me know if the music is too loud, by the way. I can turn it down or up if you want. Yeah, so this is the sign-in, which upon completion will call a completed signal, I think, or make a... I'm not sure what exactly this is. Yeah, it's a signal. And then we can print the user. That is the result of the task. But if we start this, you can see we will run into an error. Cannot convert argument true from nil to dictionary. Which means that for some reason this is null. If I understand that correctly. Yeah. The data is null. which should be... I'm not even sure why this can't be null. But yeah, we have to figure out today how we fix this. And I have two ideas. One of them is a bit of troubleshooting, fiddling with some settings on the back end that I showed you earlier. And the other one is using a different sign-in option, for example, Discord, which we will try only if we can't find another solution, because I really don't want people to have to log in, because that is a hurdle that many people probably won't want to cross. So, let's dive into some troubleshooting. Alright, so the first idea that I have... What was it? Right, it is data null. So let's check the documentation of the plugin, what the data actually is supposed to be. Yeah, here is a wiki. Snippets and examples. Sign in, user password, which is anonymous for us on sign in. I also think there's a little bit of a problem because all the examples in this wiki are actually for the old version, I'm pretty sure. So that might also be a reason why it is not working. I think we probably need to actually dive into the GitHub code to see what exactly is expected, because I don't think there is much on this in here, because this does not talk about anything. Let's check the installation again, which we did yesterday, where we pasted the URL key into an environment file. I already have a short planned on that, so people can set up their own leaderboard in their Godot game. That will be another day. Let's check the pull requests as well. Google OAuth. Okay, doesn't okay, that does not matter. Check the class list and API stuff. Supabase. Sign up. Wait, sign up. Sign in. Sign up to create a new account. Sign in. Allow user to sign in with email password. So maybe we need to make a anonymous sign up. But usually it works like this. Usually you would call an anonymous sign-in, and if it exists, it will sign in. If it does not exist, it will create one. Admitted when a user has correctly signed up, returns user information. Maybe we do need some kind of anonymous sign-up as well. How to use authentication signals. Let's check that. And next, database methods. Selected and blah blah blah. That is all probably irrelevant. We'll have a real-time client we probably have to look into as well at some point. I am not muted, am I? No, I'm not muted. Just putting. Good. Off task. That is. Yeah, that's the one that causes the issue. The data dictionary. The data of this task, if successful. So maybe it's just failing. So maybe this is not the reason it fails, but the failing is the reason it's null, which fails. If you get what I mean. Completed task served. Emitted when the task has been completed with this signal will return the task itself, allowing you to get error or data. Error related to this task if it fails. The data of this task if successful. Arches of task here, so that is 2 angles. We look into this. Completed, return task. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, it's database task, not auth task. Yeah, the rest is currently not relevant. So this entire setup thingy here with the Supabase usually would probably be pretty simple, but since we are running into errors, it requires some troubleshooting. Wait, it didn't. It worked? Signals here. That is a link to the same site. Are these the examples? No. Well, I was hoping we actually have some usage examples, but apparently this link is not what I expected. Well, there goes our angles. Nope, none of these links actually link to the expected thing. That is unfortunate. Let's check the code. Auth. Error task. There are no examples, it seems. I think there was a separate repository for examples. Also, let's go to Godot. Real-time JavaScript is this. Client libraries, self-hosting, utilities, popular repositories. Wait, is this? Oh, that's the Supabase community. That is not what I meant to look at. What's behind? Training job. Yeah, examples. That's the one I was looking for. To-do list select. But this, I think, is the old version. Oh yeah. Let's see. Godot multi-platform, Instagram cloud, real-time tag, real-time chat, to-do list. Why is it linking to itself? Like that is not... Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's look into the to-do list more. Not found. Well, it is already going great today. I guess that Supabase removed these. Supabase examples, storage, to user management, real-time prompts, KTO auth authorization, edge functions, that will be also important later, auth. Flutter, home, Next.js. Unfortunate, no Godot. Let's see. Docs for local development. That is not very extensive. I guess we have to just look at the code and see what we can find and fix. Auth endpoint. Minute check auth will do new auth task new, which will be... Actually, do we have this in the game? I think we do. Sign in anonymously. Yeah, it does check auth if auth not equals empty. What is auth? empty string. Where is this set? Actually, let me check what we have here. Supabase. At Supabase off, there's the separate. What is this? Wait, what? Is it the same? Oh, it's like a, what do you call it? Like a, what's it called? The thing that is only instance once? Singleton, I think, or something like this. And then, yeah, which means that this will return the author disk, which is correct. And then the so and anonymously, which returns an author task. So this turn check author. This would probably be. Maybe we should set some breakpoints, see if this is actually called, but it probably will skip this. Yeah, it goes here. Currently no error, and if we step over, it did not. Wait, did I just do step in or step over? Step over. Wait. Let's restart here. If we step in, yeah. Okay, so stepping in and stepping over will not go into there, so the auth is not empty, which we could also have seen. It is empty. Oh, if it's not empty, it needs to check. Okay, it is empty, so it goes here. And then it creates a auth task with setup, auth task, sign in, and an empty string and an empty array. Let's step into that, which did not work. I guess it kind of does. It goes over the variables. That's kind of weird. Init data equals data, and the data is null because that makes sense. So, blah blah blah, step over that. So, right, so we now have the auth task, which has no user because we are not logged in yet. Code for base task code. Not sure what that means yet. Headers, payload, error, null, task. Oh, it's the silent anonymous so code for. I think that isn't this for, right? Should be. Yeah, base task code. Yeah, that is correct. And then it will. Yeah, it basically just creates a task with the correct. So the endpoint is probably this, and the header is this, or the payload is this. What does it say? Nothing. Yeah, it's the endpoint. Maybe the endpoint isn't set, which I feel like should be a default. Or is it a string endpoint? Why is there 4? If it only sets 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Is it? I guess the payload is optional. Yeah, it is set to an empty string optionally, so that should be okay. The access token is in our config. Why is this shown? Why do you show my sensitive information? Please do not do that. User Supabase using new data, which has user, which I guess it doesn't. Access token type refresh. Okay, else user dictionary confirmation sent at Confirmation sent by email. Roles. Use of dictionary. That's not very insightful. So, empty user, which will return a user. Let's step over that and see what it returns. Oh, it's on the off task user. No email, no ID, access token. Expires, created out of digit last dictionary, user metadata role. So all of this is empty. Basically just makes an empty user, which I guess makes sense. And then it goes to here, process task, which connects the completion signal, and then the fake is true. I'm not sure why. Oh, it sets fake to true because it's anonymous. So this will always be fake. So I'm not sure what exactly this means. Does the fake just mean it's an anonymous user? Or did they set it up in a way that if anyone uses anonymous user, it is considered like a test account or fake? Let's see. So it goes through that if they, which it is, and it gets a timer. Oh, that was too much. Where was it? Let's go in here again. So it creates a timer of 0.5, is that seconds? Yes. So this is scored after half a second. And then the task completes with data, which is null. But the data is not allowed to be null. But it defaults to an empty object, empty dictionary. Oh. Then it returns the task. Why is it null if it sets task data? Okay, let's see what happens on the next step. Alright, we would have... Why is NVIDIA overlay starting now? Kinda weird. So it completes, which it can't because it's not allowed to be null. Cannot convert argument 2 from null to dictionary. And this one is fake with false. That was very interesting. Okay, let's stop that. Let's see. So the task is created. Here. Set up code for endpoint headers payload. So the code, the endpoint, the headers, the payload, the method is always -1. Match code, return 1. What? What? that doesn't do anything, right? I guess it's something that they had tried to implement and changed their mind or was irrelevant. I don't know. So why is the data already null here? Because it doesn't even set any data at all. New. Yeah, it's also data. Init null. Why does it emit null? When is this actually set? Data equals, let's see. Data task data null, data null, data null. Here storage bucket, no. Data null init. Data equals data, complete data equals no. Data underscore data. I feel like it's never set. What's this? On task completed. This error is not null. Emit the error else. If the user is not null, else. Task data is empty or data null. Match task code. Magic link. Recover. Invite. Logout. Okay, so basically the data is only allowed to be null if these are true, or if these match the task code. So what happens if it's logged in with non-anonymous user? I guess the data must be filled on the regular login, right? So Supabase of login, no sign in, on OTP with provider, which we could try Discord, but let's see if we can actually still somehow find this out. Sign in, which takes the email and the password. Then when is this not empty is my question. Anyway, if it is empty, it goes to payload, email password, auth task, new setup, sign in. And sign in endpoint. So here it takes the URL and endpoint. And then it stringifies the payload. Set up. So this. So probably because it's probably because this is not set up in our anonymous flow. It'll stringify payload and then it goes to process task, which will be not fake because it's proper, and then it makes an HTTP request at child HTTP, then pushes the request, and on complete it binds this, and then makes the request, connect on task only bind, and then this will give a body and a handler, which doesn't do anything. On task completed it binds this. Okay, but about on request. Oh? Complete data error completed in the reference. data comma arrow to string. Base task. Okay, let's go to auth task again. Let's see. Sign in anonymous. Match code task none. Sign in, sign up, logout, match, link, recover, refresh, invite, verify, which is a post request update. User. Right. So anonymous is not here, which means it will never set a post. Task completed. Connect. Yeah, I have a feeling that the anonymous sign-up is not implemented in the plugin. Let's see, did the old one have this? Let's check. This is the 3.x for the old Godot version. Anonymous, so that is not even spelled correctly. I am not getting my hopes up. OTP, anonymous, yes, spelled correctly, I guess. It works. Signal, sign in, anonymous, okay, it's just a signal. Then check auth, sign in anonymous. I think it's the same. Yeah. Auth task. Oh, because it's fake. Provider is unsupported. Oh no. Does this mean we can't use Discord? Let me check the Supabase provider stuff. Auth providers. Now new users to sign in. New users will appear. If this is disabled, new users will not be able to sign up. No anonymous users authenticated around. Anonymous users will be subjected to errors per error. No. Strongly less review to ensure that access to the data is restricted. Auth providers. Wait, so the only login that is allowed and what is an allowed login? I'm confused. Email, I guess. Do they really expect people to use their email to sign in game? Godot, Supabase. Actually, let me check something before we dive too deep into Supabase. I want to check Firebase, Godot. So that one is last updated 2 weeks ago. I guess I can show this. The wiki, these guidelines was emailed. But this Firebase, yeah, I think it is free. Who's Firebase? Or let's see, code of conduct, add-ons, do they have any snippets? Reviews and license for the wiki. down now. Firebase Wiki design. This plugin is designed around the Firebase REST API. Massively cross-platform, far more than any other Firebase plugin because they have code that is generally under the law. Since it's a Godot plugin, it also does not require recompiling the Godot with an additional module and other updated versions release it. It is verified to work across all the following platforms: real-time authentication, user management, dynamic links, unsupported analytics, and offline. Installation, activation, so now, yeah, a bunch of environment stuff. Test creating, test activation, exporting, authentication. Sign up with email, login anonymously. So issue an anonymous request login to Firebase. If successful, an anonymous user will be identified with an UUID in your users list. The UUID will be returned in the response body if signed up succeeded. This method will allow some of the info dictionary, otherwise login failed. Body has admin on the operation for the response body. Has not been enabled, okay. So this is definitely, well, not definitely actually, because there is no usage example for this either. Automatic auth, connect, get auth, redirect. I wonder why no one is doing anonymous sign up. Kind of weird. Maybe I'm misunderstanding something on how anonymous signups are supposed to be used. Because I thought that any indie game that doesn't specifically tie to a email or account or whatever would use anonymous sign up for this. I guess we can just test the email sign up just to make sure something works. Yeah, let's try to use the sign in here. Where was the snippet? Yeah, connect on sign in. That is the new one. Signal, connect sign, use of password. Connecting to auth signed in signal for 2 lambdas. Connect and auth user. Yeah, let's try this. Actually, let's try this one. This one is pretty clean. And I think it's the same one that we are currently trying to do. So this will be that, and then we do it at Supabase in there. Wait, what is? Does this create a new account based on any email? Like we don't have an account, have to have an account beforehand? Because this is not sign up. Will it call sign up if it's not, if it doesn't exist? Sign in. I guess it doesn't. What does the wiki say about this? Okay, a collection of examples and live demos. You looked into that, right? Yeah, I don't think these are up to date. So sign in. Let's just see what happens. I guess we can just delete if it doesn't work. Or if it creates a new user for this. Yeah, let's see what happens. So this did not throw an error. What? It doesn't say anything. That is very peculiar. So no. What? When is it printing now? Wait, on play? Wait, did I? Oh. Why was the other one crashing instantly? And this one only crashes on play? It's kinda weird. So it returns author's user null, but it doesn't print any errors. Let me check if the back end received any requests. Where is the reports? Request. Unprocessable content. So it threw an error. Run type password. Unprocessable request. But it did try. So it's kind of weird that the enter password locks. Email logins disabled. Yeah, that makes sense because I did indeed disable them. So let's I guess we can just, since we now know that this is definitely doing something, we can just rewrite the anonymous login. Although that is a recipe for disaster because I will probably screw something up. I guess it doesn't really matter. Auth task. Set up sign in. URL endpoint header stringify. Which the payload can be empty. So I guess we just have to set this to false because it is an actual request. And then Supabase using new does this. Sign in phone, sign in email password. Maybe we just have to set some kind of user ID. Let's remove this. User access to booking. When is the user set for the other one? Set up much code. It's so weird. Return self. I guess it's some kind of interface or virtual method that is overwritten with this. Set up of task. Okay, so the setup uses the code empty empty, and this one uses not empty empty. Why would it do that? Let's set this. What are the headers here? Let's set a breakpoint and try this again. Actually, revert this, and then yeah, let's check what the breakpoint does exactly. Okay, now it goes in instantly. I'm not quite sure why it completes the sign-in only after we start the game. Payload is not relevant, and then auth fast sign-in process. So what is the... What did I want to check? The header. Auth fast headers. Accept API key, content application JSON. And the payload is that. But the data is also null. So I guess it's just a matter of... I guess we do just have to remove this. Let's see what happens. Sign in anonymously. Okay, we have a different error. Wait. Okay, debugger. So it didn't crash. Wait, keyboard not needed. Oh. Deleted. Okay. So, yeah, okay, so it is just because it was fake. But why is it fake? Why is it set to fake? Okay, and then we need to add the endpoint and URL. So I guess we can just take this from here with an empty payload, maybe? So let's do this, and then... Oops. What did I do? Where is it? And on... yeah. Supabase, move that. Just start an endpoint, and then header, and then empty payload. Just like that. Okay. Oh, now it worked. Can you maybe not keep starting? Oh, it's because every time I start the game, it opens the overlay, I guess. I think we disable that. Overlay. Okay. Okay. No. So, but that's progress, I would say. So now we get the same flow, and the other one failed because you don't have email enabled. Now it should fail for a different reason, hopefully. Where was the reports? Now it failed 405, which is method not allowed. And I'm pretty sure that is because of the other thing that we noticed earlier, which is the anonymous sign-in is not part of the post stuff. Where was it? Post. Or task. Post. Yeah. So this should be task sign anonym. Can't believe we actually have to change the source code. Okay, let's see. Still no. Reload. I guess there's not really anything I can do. I think I will put this on stream. If I leak something, I'll just delete the entire thing, I guess. Or reset it. Oop. Okay, so API. We have gotten a request. Spoken with password for requests. So there's no new request. 6 for... Yeah, these were the first 3 with the email, and this is the one with the anonymous sign and 6 total requests. Live health, now some probably periodic automatic stuff. Let's see. Save this them, play. Let's go through one more time, submit, accept, quit. So this should have been one completed cycle. If we reload this, we should get a number increase. Hopefully. No. It's kind of weird. So, adding the anonymous sign in here actually made it so nothing happens? Okay, so it's still no. And then now it should... Huh? I'm so confused. Why is nothing happening? Okay, let's just make sure we don't have something weird going on here. Let's actually duplicate that. And then sign in. Test at super.com with password 1234. Sign. continue. Okay, no errors. Null output that is expected, and then now it should be 7, right? What? Oh, okay, so apparently this reload doesn't actually work. I have to refresh the page. Whatever. Oh, damn it. I even have a reload button. So we can remove this and get this back, so it is working. So let's double check. This is 10 and 8. And then we do this, and then it should be 9 and 11 and 9. Which will then be the 4 to 2 unsupported methods. Should get this one as the next one, so it should be 5 here. Which it is not. Alright, it's the 4, 5, this one. So it went up by 1, it went up here by 1. The latest. Why is it not sorted by latest? But this was the get request. Okay, so now we do the same thing. Wait, it was in the off task. So now we add the... Let's put it at the start, just because ask and on... Okay, and then... It should be a different error. So now it should be 10 and this 400 should be 3. Yeah. So this one is a 400 HTTP 400. Bad request. Server couldn't process the client's request because of something the client sent. Okay, invalid URL, malformed, other syntax. Let's see. What is the request? Probably can't see it, can we? One more. Oh, logs. So grant type password is not correct because we don't need a password. Okay, where is this? Grant type password. Post. Where's the post? Was completed. Could connect. Pretty sure it's the header. Sign password. URL plus endpoint. Maybe it's the endpoint. Yeah. Sign in endpoint. Token, grant type password, grant type. What is the correct endpoint for anonymous? Maybe it's just off? I think we have to check the docs of Supabase. Supabase docs. anonymous, password based, social, anonymous. Anonymous user was the name key, yes. Anonymous, sign in anonymously. Convert anonymous to permanent user, converting, what's the endpoint for this? What? So for cache technique. Anonymous user redefined. Supabase. Kinda scared doing Google searches because they like to show personal data. Users. What is a fairly recent feature? Maybe that's why all the plugins don't have it. There is to create temporary users. See. Enable not requiring you to enter password. Later when ready, the user can link authentication. Link sounds around creates an anonymous user. It's just like a permanent user, except the user can't access their account. And account users authenticated tokens users will have is anonymous. We used to build. Let's check the Firebase implementation. Firebase, actually, yeah, Firebase Godot. Because they should have something here. Let's search for anonymous. Anonymous return secure token true. Anonymous login request. Anonymous. Anonymous. Login request. Login anonymous. Auth request type. Elon. Sign up request URL. Hey Noel, welcome back. Nice to see you again. We unfortunately have not made much progress yet. So, no way to submit your stuff yet. But I did see that you followed on Edge, so thank you for that. There's, like I said yesterday, not much to see yet, but... Okay, anonymous login request body dictionary. So it's just secure token and... Is there an endpoint? Redirect, blood upons... URL endpoint. Actually, let me check this again. Auth v1 authorize grant type. Where is sign up? We probably need the sign up endpoint, right? User sign up. Let's see. Anonymous. Sign in anonymously creates an anonymous user. So from results, it's so weird that the examples are all just using the method instead of showing what actually happens. Because this is grant type password. Pretty sure this is wrong. Is there maybe a grant type anonymous. There are providers, but apparently they are not supported yet, so we can't use them. Sign up, refresh, log out, use now. Wait, isn't Supabase open source as well, so we can actually look at the code? Supabase GitHub. Yeah, it should be open source. And on anonymous sign-ins. Right, these are images. And on where's the code for this? And okay. Get started, blah blah blah. Nothing here. Godot. Script. Python. Let's check the Python code. Maybe that one has actual code for this. And on let's see. Is there any code we can see and use? HTTP clients? No. Maybe I shouldn't go so fast. Maybe I should actually read what is happening. So features anonymous sign-in, definitely a feature. Sign up. Header. Sign up, sign in with the password, sign in with OTP, sign in with OAuth. And as is custom, there is not a sign-in anonymous on the example. Isn't that great? Love to see it. Okay, let's see. Search sign in anonymously. Credentials optional. Sign in anonymously credentials. Go through client. Go through admin. Sign client with session. Let's see. Yeah. Credentials. Create anonymous user. None options. Capture token. Sign up. So it does use the sign up request. So we probably have to do that as well. So off task. Post. Sign up, sign in, update, refresh. So instead of... Wait. But that's... Why does this task exist? We can't use it. Because this, I mean, I guess this wasn't here before, so it makes sense. So, but why isn't this used instead automatically? Sign in anonymously, sign in Aeon. I guess we don't use the sign in endpoint and... That's so weird. Let's figure out that as well. Oh, I can't. Why is this so tricky? But it looks like they are always making a sign up request. So it doesn't really make sense to have a sign-in type. And the data go through captcha, xform, options, add options, creates a new anonymous user. Alright, let's just try it. So this will be sign up. Which will be sign in order to be your first sign up. Sure. And on, I guess we can make this and then sign up. What's the header? Nothing. I guess we get the headers automatically, and then we do need to keep this here. Okay, let's see, maybe that is something. So, skip it. Still null, but maybe we get a different error. Should be reports. There's still one of the grant. This one. No query parameter. 400. What was 411? I think it's bad request. Yeah, bad request. So what does the sign up need? It needs credentials with options. Get data. Capture token. Sign up body data. Go through metadata code. Jeez. Why is this not working out of the box? And why are there no examples anywhere? I am stumped. And the provider is also not supported, so we can't even use Discord to sign up. Wait, do I need... Wait. Enable anonymous sound is filled. Later when ready, you can link outside again. Anonymous user with the unknown key creates an anonymous user. The user can access the account. Verify OTP grant password authorize. Maybe we just do this one. I guess it has to be a sign up, right? What do the other sign up people do here? Supabase, sign up endpoint. Allow your users to sign up and create a new account, which will be sign up. Wait, there is also a access token user. If it's not null, this is the weird one. Why is this drawing null if we don't do the... Let's reload this for a second. I do want to check the previous setup again. So previously it was empty endpoint and empty headers, and then it did fake true, and this instantly crashes to kind of convert from nil to dictionary. And the data is set on task creation. If task code, sign up and append. Next token, post task. So complete cause this with data which is null because the fake is true. Is this weird structure with the process in the Python one as well? Process, no, task, Supabase both. Let's go back to the initial page. Okay. Head is an anonymous Boolean property. Move and rename is all files. Move, upload. Sign in, sign up. Sign up with password. Secrets. Init. They're hiring. Process time Supabase. Let's check the docs. Wait, that is the Supabase docs. Let me Google something real quick. Setting up, integrating, create an auth page with the guest sign-in button. Anonymous login build context. Response. Navigate. It should just work. Like everything I find just suggests that it should work. Troubleshooting. data text finalize. Okay, let's check something else. So what is it currently again? So cannot convert argument to, which is on the ask. It doesn't have any headers, doesn't have an endpoint, no payload, error data, no. I'm now fake on. So I think the very minimum we have to do is to remove the fake. Fake. What's on the alt task? I wonder how they implemented this. I don't even find any info. So how did they get the idea to set? Wait, what? Oh. How did they get the idea to do through here? This is my question. Let's try this again, which should go through, skip, quit, and then we get errors because there is no URL. So we do. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. We have to figure this out. I have an idea to add some horror parts in the games. Yeah, you seem to have a bunch of ideas, which is great. Once we have the leaderboard. Horror parts? What kind of horror parts? Tell me about your ideas while I despair. I'm already in horror of this, so maybe a horror game would be interesting. Let's see. Where was I? Yeah. So they also use an auth type, and then they just do secure token return. They also don't use a URL. Just kind of weird. Wait, do I just have to set this? Turn secure token? Because body is the email and password, and return secure token. The OAuth does the same. What about the change email account verification link? Auth request type -1 just none. I really should look into the official GitHub Supabase because I have a feeling that all of the rappers do something weird. I guess we are diving deep. Authentication docs, well, it's the same. It's also the same. Postgres, Python. Don't they have... Wait, is this the official Supabase implementation? That is so weird. Actually, let me check the release notes. Maybe there's something on there. Changelog. Veritop not refreshing. Dangling sound not function. OTP. Oh, 3D delay no. Maybe I could ask him. He's the developer of the Epic Online Services plugin. Fixed anonymous sign-ins. Wait. For 3.0, is it? That is interesting. What did they change here? Update anonymous login. 3 files changed. Root task. Sign in anonymously, which was changed to emit sign in Godot tokens auth. Huh? So, it definitely worked at some point, I guess. So maybe it is my fault, and I'm doing something or something changed in Godot. Auth task. Just edit the thing. Update. Okay, that was a different commit. Let's check the other ones. Update cache, create mRouch. Any changes. Update plugin, update indentation. Maybe I should ask the Discord. Auth error. Purchase. Returns. Not gonna be here. For change log. It's storage code, fixed bucket. SS limitation. SS for signed URL. Quality format. 4.0, so the 4, is this a version of Godot? Yeah. Is it? Now click sign up. Sign in for X patches. No reads reduces for the OTP. Update method. This is still the 3.5. Maybe we should try in the old Godot version. Let's see. Yeah, let's close this. We are. I do have different Godot versions, I think. Should have something. Where is my Godot stuff? Open files. Godot. I have only Godot 4 versions apparently, so let's download them. Noel is still here. Didn't you want to tell me about your horror ideas? Godot download. Godot downloads. Where are the old versions? Are there old versions? Godot 3. 3.6. Can I get a specific one? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's get the 3.6. Download complete in a few seconds, and it's down. So let's take this to here. Yeah. Hello. Continue. And then we start that. Currently don't have any projects. No cancel. Let's make a new Supabase test. Not in documents. Let's go to game dev. Create Supabase test. Okay. Supabase test. OpenGL. Yeah, sure. So then we need a scene with a script name, and that will be the game scene. Default end. What is that? It doesn't matter. I think that's the color palette or something. Is my chat still working? Okay. Ready? Then we need to check the asset for the Supabase plugin. Supabase. There you go. So this one should definitely work. According to the changelog, they fixed the anonymous login at some point. So it would make sense if this worked in this one. And then we can reverse engineer from there. We need to enable this. And then close. And we need to set the environment and the Supabase, non-Supabase, and which will be, what will it be? Yeah, we need to take this from the other one. And on Supabase, and then we just copy this. I know you can see, but it is a secret. Get the key, or it's not that much of a secret, but it is somewhat of a secret. Save it. Okay, and that should do the trick. So now we can start this again. Is this the correct volume, by the way? Yeah, 4.41 now. Okay, Supabase test. Why is this red? No. Okay, where is our scene? Did we save this? Yeah. Okay. And then check if the plugin is set up correctly. I think this should be everything. And then we can do the task. I guess we should copy it from the page, the correct one. Supabase, which should be the 3. And then we take. Why is this an image? Jesus. And wood. Okay. Snippets. And that is the old one anyway, so we can just copy that. Pause. This will be anonymous. Let's see, this should do nothing because we don't actually call it up there. So, shader combination off. No output. That is what we expect. So when then we do sign in, and nothing happened. Oh, need to. Wait, why is that? No, it shouldn't. It should print here. Don't get an error. Let's check the database if there were new requests. Don't think so. 13. Let's print something here. Print ready. Trying sign in. Print signed in. So it does go through. 15. Why is there no timestamp on these? Which one is it? No more. Sign up. Refresh token. That's a new one. I think. Why is it showing all of them if we did last 10 minutes? Filter. Wait. Apply. So it does take the refresh token, but it's an error. Bad request. And refresh token, auth token. Why? So if we try doing this again, we would get a 16 with a 5 here. Do I need to wait the? No, don't think so. Next. Oh, sign in anonymously. It's the same code. I guess it makes sense because it's the same plugin, but it is weird. I don't like it. Yeah, 16.5 refresh. Why is it using the refresh token is my question, because if it's the same token on the same authentication flow, it wouldn't use the refresh token, would it? Because the anonymous uses signing anonymous and that is not doing anything. Let's try this here as well. Although it's not throwing an arrow, which was at least a different outcome. Now we get an arrow. Actually, did it throw an arrow? True. No, it didn't. Unfortunate. I was hoping to get some insights here. But it is different, like, not different, because it does automatically make a post request, which I'm not even sure why, because it's not setting anything here. Unless I'm missing something. I can't go in there? Hello? So the init also doesn't set the data. You know, much code. Yeah, it's not in here. So how does it know to use a post request if it's not using any of these codes? All equals code in it. Anonymous. What's the number on this? I don't know. 4 probably. Match code times unlock match again, recover, refresh, invite. Update. Boot. And then blank is get. So it makes a get request. Or should make a get request, which it does on the new version. That is true. It's completed. Data is an empty dictionary, incomplete. Is it different? No, can't be. So another empty dictionary. Also new result D. If it's like a code 400 or something. I wish I had someone who knows his stuff in chat. Do the others go up 63311? 63311. Yeah, it just makes this post Why is it making a post request? Let's do T1 T. Yeah, it only does the post request. Let's see if there is a Discord. Maybe we can get a quick reply. Is this version even in here? Login 3.2 and the check put. I think we don't need this anymore because it is also not working, so it is kind of useless to us. Plugins 3.2. But I guess it's the version plugin, not the Godot version. This was, why is it LW7 3.2? That is the old one. 3.3. Also the old one, actually. How? 3.3. 3.2. X Anonymous on 3.05. Maybe I should download the source. Why is this not in the plugin? Like, where's the plugin not the most up-to-date version in Godot in the asset library? Kinda weird. Right, can I? No. Got that. Phoenix Hub. Official community. Italia. Guess we can check the res as well. There is a Discord. Anonymous request to Firebase successful. Will be identified with an UUID in your users list. Sign up succeeded or auth info, otherwise login failed. Body has admin only operation 400. The resource body or an error 400 is returned from the login failed. Anonymous sign-in has not been enabled. Only method inside enable anonymous. Last one in the list. I did enable that though. Let's double check. Just in case. What am I doing? Where is it? Where did I put this here? Nope, not here. I'm stupid. It's here. Authentication. Sign in. New users, minimal linking is disabled. Anonymous sign-ins are enabled. Anonymous users will authenticate. As a result, anonymous users will be subjected new access control docs. I will recommend enabling captcha. That's blah blah. Linking anonymous user to existing account. 18 minutes, automatic cleanup. Yeah, I don't see it. I did enable it. Why is this so hard? API error happened. Wait, what? The users, you know. Maybe we should create a user. Just to test if the plugin is working at all. Oh god. I heard a loud noise. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. The Fugu demon mom had a little accident, but everything is fine. So let's set up a dumb little user. Because your aim email will not be sent, just auto confirm test. Godot.com password 1234. For anyone who's curious, and then we can try to sign into that. Sign in. Didn't I copy whatever? Test at Godot.com. And that's before. If this does not work, I am despairing. Because then we probably have to scrap this as well. No. Oh. Wait, I know why. Oh, I know why. No, I don't know why. Yes, I know why. It will probably complain about email silence not being enabled. Reports. Last 10 minutes. Which is a admin user post request, which was the creation, and this is the auto tool. Unprocessable content because we disabled the login, which should show here. No? Wait, what? Didn't it show earlier? Search now, admin users. I feel like earlier when we looked this up, it did show that email silence are disabled. Let me stay hydrated. Alright. Kind of weird. Whatever, let's do... check here. Oh, response errors. Well, I should have checked this instead. Let's filter by 10 minutes again. Just to make sure we get the correct one. Response, that's not perfect. So, request, response. Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. Okay, let's enable email silence. Just in case. Email provider is going to confirm the email before signing in for the first time. Change. This will enable email based sign up and login. I think we don't need this. This would require not required. Expiration. See. Yeah, we just need to enable the sign in, I think, and then we can disable this. Okay. Let's see. And that did work, so at least we know the plugin is working. But what do we do with that? I don't want people to sign in with the email address. Let me check something. Let me ask my trusty AI. Actually, I think... anonymous session. Also an anonymous official date now. That is probably not anything. Okay. Anonymous sign-ins. Let's see. So both versions didn't work for the anonymous sign-in, even though they said they fixed it. Maybe something in the backend changed for Supabase and the plugins aren't updated. Let's see if the AI has an idea. Anonymous users are created in the auth users table and that's the authenticated role. Yeah, but it's not. Wait, so maybe... no, this just is a sign in the endpoints and endpoint is the type password. Verify, sign up, refresh token. I don't wonder why it uses the refresh token on the other one, even though it doesn't actually set this on the anonymous sign-in. It's really weird. I guess if it's rich code, anonymous, rich, if user not null, refresh token. So I guess it did somehow do something. Is there a users? Oh, the users. Education. No, it's the only user. There are no anonymous users here. Or the email. Magic link. Person was loading their email for the user. If the following features should not be remove from the stay pen delete. What else could we do? Let's just try again. Maybe I did have to have email enabled even though we're using anonymous, or maybe we need captcha. But the captcha, I don't know people to use captchas either. Why are things never working out? Please, bro, please. Wait. Oh, it calls the completed. Complete. No. Oh, pausing. Did we forget something? A task. Oh, going on. Oh. Yeah, this one was true. Let's set a breakpoint and see what happens on the proper login here. Because the task will always have data, but it's null, not nil. Isn't just a difference? From nil, cannot convert from nil to dictionary. Step in. Can't even step in. Oh, this specs a dictionary. Never versus load would be you. Tab self report, no. Okay, let's see if what the other one does. Wait, what? Huh? It doesn't even hit the red one. What? Oh. Oh, wait, I'm confused. Wait. Process task. Completed connect. Process task. Where's this called? It should be called everywhere. Oh, because of the true here. But I don't really see where this... Right, because it goes in here. And then it just completes. Yeah, I definitely think that is weird. Yeah, I suppose I checked this before, and it's definitely something we have to change. Although, it is weird that they set this to... Still don't really get why they do this, because it's not making an HTTP request at all. Yeah, because the task complete would be somewhere else, I guess. On task completed now. Okay, so we just need to figure out what the correct endpoint is. I guess we just for a bunch of things. But it's so weird. They even had a patch note that worked. I'm so confused. Let's try. And I also don't understand why the other Godot version makes it post request even though the anonymous is not linked here. So the anonymous knows how to use the refresh token. Maybe it's because of the get request. Maybe it makes a get request and then it gets more information. Okay, let's see. Let's just disable the boards, I guess, again. And remove this. Let's see. Yeah, it needs the endpoint, and then we use style and endpoint. I guess we can just do... let's try this one. Yeah. The plus refresh token endpoint and then config Supabase. No error and no return. No. Check pick here because why not? Last 2 minutes. On request. Total password. Which was successful, so this one was the other one. Where is this? Why is it so weird? 401 unauthorized. Yeah, because candidates to off. You just try everything. That's why the footnote. We are desperate. unauthorized. I feel it may do something. Oh god, why is that so low quality? Wait, what? Anonymous user yes. There. The user is anonymous. Not nothing anonymous here. Get user. A red cat user. There. Nothing anonymous. Data. I guess we can make something to catch the error. If error print error, is there a string? Base error. Code a message, I guess. Code plus doesn't this even do anything? Empty. Why? Access to open refresh, express user last name. Do I have to set this? Net user dictionary. The dictionary get. Oh, it will automatically set this to nothing. What is this? User dictionary get user? Is it getting itself? email to the email to get IT. Create that uses metadata. Oh, empty now, undefined. Okay. Authenticated role authenticated email text confirmed. Confirmed at last sign in. Metadata provider email provider email using metadata blah blah blah. Won't verify no. This anonymous forms, weak password, password pin. Yeah, so this perfectly works, but we do need anonymous sign-ins. Maybe we just manually create an anonymous sign-in with a random automatically confirmed password. Oh god. It cannot, no, probably not. Oh, wait. Man! I can't believe this is this difficult. I will use my last resort. Wait, let me check one more thing. Did say the provider is not supported by provider. Where was it? Oh, provider. Nope. What? Provider. Currently unsupported. Will be implemented. Check off. Email type. Off task new setup. By OTP. OTP endpoint header. Hey, we do need header. Header and then payload empty. Oops. Token. Let's see, sign in. Email password. Maybe we do need some kind of payload for the anonymous user. Wait. Yeah, so an anonymous point. check the change log again. Actually, no, this doesn't have an example. Actually, I kind of want to search this on the Firebase. Also again, its functions, file store, first collection, most request. Well, authenticated as anonymous. It does the process request here as well. Now empty. If result. Check auth request result. URL. Get request URL query to accept. Collection name. Connect. Email password and login with email and password. Oh, for X. Login with email and password pretty much the same. Is this growth? Email password. Style real time storage and full. Login. Nope. Password slow. Login with email and password. You must pass in the email. Login fails. Blah, blah, blah. Request body email, request type, login, email password, base URL plus sign in request URL, headers, host, streamify, custom token, headers, post, streamify, localhost, redirect, OAuth, which also does manual, no needs login anonymous. Any caliber 200 response contains file ID token and refresh token of the anonymous user. Mail field will be entries and login email is linked. Specie true request type login anon request base URL plus sign up request. Headers method post anonymous login body. Just return secure token. Why is this nowhere in this one? To do. Hey, what? That is not what I copied. What is happening? Yeah, that is nowhere. No. What? Oh, okay. So the other one is using the sign up. What was it? Anonymous. Yeah. Use the base sign up request URL, which is sign up key. What? That is very different. Get account info. Sign up. Why is it so weird? Account sign up key hashtag this. Where's the email password? Refresh request. EP. Again. P. Which is the sign in request URL. Sign in with password key is. Config API key. Oh, it replaces the. Then it's account. What is this? Not sure what that structure is supposed to be. So this should be sign up, but based on what's headers? Okay, it's just JSON, I guess. Then post and login request body, which is email password return. And in this case, it is email and password. So for some reason, this doesn't need the same thing unless setup code and point headers payload method, which code just -1 every time for some reason. Okay, setup sign in. We can't just send an empty payload. Where's the payload being built? So weird. Because there's no way it's just... I guess we can check. Okay, well... So the payload is just that. And then also task completed on task completed, go over HTTP requests, download chunk, accept body size, max redirect, often, multiplayer authority, there, yeah, I guess, then add child, push request, Reference. Cost completed bind. What do we have? Endpoint. Token granted password. Let us know the API key, except we just add that email password. Indicator really is just email password. And no data, no user, no error. Turn off task. Huh. Name authentication. There. Okay. Anonymous. Sign up. Where is this sign up? Is it used anywhere else? Sign up phone, sign in, sign up with email and password. Set up, sign up, payload, process. Yeah, which will just push sign up and then make the request return. I feel like I'm missing something because I don't see how they handle the return. Really. I think I should print this entire thing every time of task. Okay, let's see. Wait, what? Oh. There. Jonas. Sign up endpoint, no payload. I guess we can do this new file empty, which doesn't do anything but for consistency, I guess. Which will give. Where to? Oh. Details. No query. There. No. Sign up now. Status. Offer code. Method not allowed. Because it needs to be. Yeah. I feel like I'm just going in circles until I have some kind of epiphany. But of course, because finally we get an error. Jesus. Cannot unmarshal string into Go value of type sign up params. Sign up params. And there. Let's see. Maybe I should set up a Firebase, but I feel like after looking at the GitHub for the Firebase stuff and it not having any examples for the anonymous login, I feel like it's gonna be the exact same issue. Finalize. That is possible today by choosing a random email and displaying email confirmation. You can then later update the email address. The step I believe is currently semi-functional. Yeah, that was my idea earlier as well. Currently possible to convert anonymous email password. Anonymous. Clearly correct email confirmation when user creates a reader form. Awful call, no, blah blah. Random password. I guess we can just do random email, random password with auto confirmation. Where is this even? Oh. Sign up requires valid password. What's that? Just upgrade memory. Non-silence. Oh, this is so annoying. Pull requests. Not choose. Hang on. No, topic book, no. There's no for existing accounts. Create client for solo. You know what? That's curious. We are doing something as a workaround, so we can actually somehow use something, and then I will look into alternatives tomorrow off stream, I guess. Oh. Wait, can I even enable the auto confirm for new users?